Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Hope Without Sight with your host, Saylor Cooper, and co-host, Tyler Evans, for episode 4. On today's episode, we have a very special, well-known, notable figure, notable person. He is a world-renowned golfer at the U.S. Adaptive. He has been playing for many, many years, especially starting at age 6. He has no hands, and despite not having hands, he still plays golf, and he has done so well. Please welcome Brandon Canesi. Hi, Brandon. How are you doing this evening?
Doing well, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
Yes, so welcome to the Help Without Sight podcast, and I invited you to be on my show so you can share your story of overcoming challenges and adversity, and give some light to the world out there who's struggling and can't seem to find hope. So yes, welcome to the show. So to get started, tell me a little bit about yourself, other than you being a golfer. Do an introduction, like where are you from, and your early life and whatnot. So take it away.
Brandon Canesi. I was born without hands, and I designed my own golf clubs that are super long, and I'm able to tuck it underneath my arm, and that kind of allows me to hold on to it without letting go. Currently the best no-handed golfer in the world. I'm a 5 handicap. I've had 4 hole-in-ones in my life. I am world ranked. I competed in the first ever U.S. Adaptive Open. I've been on Team USA multiple times for a couple different tournaments, so represented the country, and big ambassador for the game of golf and adaptive golf. I teach, I coach, I play. I work at a golf resort down here in Miami at Trump National Doral. I'm originally from Northfield, New Jersey. But yeah, golf has just taken me on an incredible journey, and just like you guys, I aim to inspire others to overcome life's limitations. Unfortunately, some of us, we have certain limitations that we have to overcome. But one of my favorite sayings, is God gives his toughest battles to his strongest warriors.
Yes, he sure does. God made us uniquely for a reason, and we may not know what the plan is at first, but we know that our Lord and Savior and Creator is perfect.
Yeah,
and his plan is perfect. His timing is perfect.
I'm a very firm believer in everything happens for a reason, and just like that, the timing and everything like that. So I know, trust me. I mean, it wasn't always golf and great and palm trees and sunshine and golfing with models and traveling and doing all that kind of stuff. There's been plenty of dark times in my life, and I had to figure out why I was born this way, or what was my purpose in life, and what was I going to do with my life, and how was I just going to enjoy my life? And I found the game of golf, and I found a way to play it regardless of my limitations. And I had this feeling deep down inside that was who I was born to be and what I was born to do. And I think that's really important, that you have to listen to that inner voice, even early on when you're going through the stuff and you're not exactly sure why. You got to stay patient. You got to believe, and you got to be persistent, and just keep believing in yourself. Don't listen to the negative people in the world. There's a lot of them.
Don't listen to the negative.
Keep doing your thing.
Negative does no good. I'll always, think
That's
positive.
Correct.
And so, if you don't mind telling me, of course, what dark times did you go through? I mean, you don't have to share everything. Just share whatever you feel comfortable sharing, like what dark times you've been through, and how you overcame them. Because that's the purpose of this podcast, is to spread a message of hope.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, of course, if you think about being born without hands, I mean, everything in this life is designed and built to be used with hands, by humans for humans. And, so it's been everything. But at the same time, for me, it's been nothing, because I've always had a can-do spirit. but that, you can only be so positive for so long until it eventually behind closed doors you're really fighting off some inner demons and stuff like that. But even the little things, when you meet somebody for the first time and you want to have a nice firm handshake and look them in the eyes and be nice and confident, but I can't really grab your hand, so all I can do is put my hand out there. I can't tell you how many times in my life I've just put my hand out there and see what's going to happen, and that's all you can ever really do. I think that's a good metaphor for you just got to put yourself out there and then accept whatever happens. That was always a good test for me to judge the other person's character, if they would grab my hand or not, firmly shake it and look me in the eye without a problem, or if they would like hesitate and get like semi scared or whatever the case may be. It didn't really matter, but it was awkward. And like there's things like that people would always look at me, especially as a kid early on. I noticed it in gym class and things, and other kids would look at me, and I took that as an opportunity to shine. There's plenty of people that go in their entire life wishing people would look at them. And even if it's for something good or something bad, they were looking at me. So I took advantage of it and I said, I'm gonna shine. I'm gonna do something that you think I can't do. And
I bet, because I'm sure, like, since you had no hands, like, I'm sure you've dealt with like a lot of bullying and stuff. That's unfortunate that happens a lot. Like people pick on people.
I did and I didn't.
And it's
I was very fortunate enough to grow up in an incredible community that accepted me. And, there were a couple people here and there that tried bullying me, but I had an army of friends behind me that would quickly shut that person up if I didn't do it myself. But obviously I'm firmly against I'm firmly against bullying.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
There's you can't judge a book by its cover. I'm all for embracing people. You never know what anyone is capable of. You need to give everyone a chance. Everyone is the same. Everyone wants to be loved. Everyone wants to be friends with everybody. There's no difference between anybody. We just have our own different things that we like or
That's right.
We're different, and we're all different for a reason. And we don't have to immediately judge each other right away. I feel like society can be very judgmental at times. There's a bunch of stereotypes in people's heads, because like us blind people, you see, Tyler and I we're blind. We could see a little bit, but still we're blind. And a lot of people think that blind people are incapable. It's just the stigma that's out there, unfortunately. And of course, and blind people are capable. We just have to do things a little differently, as compared to others.
Adapt. That's the word. Adapt.
Yeah.
You got to adapt. Everyone's
got to
adapt.
Adapt. Yes.
Yep.
And so, wow. So yeah, you life growing up, I mean, you had your challenges, but you were able to navigate and make it through. And you're right. Hands.
I pretty much saw myself as I'm playing the cards of life that I was dealt.
Right.
It's unfortunate and it was tough as a kid, and I realized it early on. But what else are you gonna do? Just accept life. You got one life to live.
That's right.
Go out there and do everything that you would want to do, regardless if you have limitations or not. I've always played sports, played video games, worked out, done anything and everything that any person with or without, hands would do. And most of the times I did things better than anyone ever anticipated. The people were very hesitant when I was younger, and they tried to help me and baby me and kind of just like keep a close eye on me and thinking I need help. And I would just kind of push them aside. I would be like, watch me do what I do. And then, just blow people's minds. And so now I make videos and I do things about me golfing and me, show the world how I adapt and how I overcome, just to be that role model for any kid that might need it. I was strong enough myself, but I'm fully aware that, people born with limitations and stuff, it's not easy. So if you can have if you can have somebody that you can look up to and see firsthand that he's done so much with whatever limitations he has, that can make you a full believer that you can do anything you want with your life.
Yes, you can. And don't let anything just
hold
you back. Just press on. And so,
sir,
I imagine your nickname is nubs,
Nubs. Yeah,
and that's because since you have no hands, you use
because I have
nubs.
nubs.
You
Because I
use
have
nubs.
five little nubs on my right hand. And that was
Also
basically
artificial.
Oh yeah.
that basically came up because I was the only Brandon in my class all the way up until eighth grade. And then in eighth grade, two other Brandons moved to my school. And then I was walking down the hallways and people were like, hey Brandon, and it wasn't me. And I was like, I need a nickname. and I came up with Nubs in like eighth grade, and it kind of just immediately stuck. And now it's right there on my golf bag, Brandon Nubs Canesi. And you know, you just
That's
gotta,
right.
you gotta embrace who you are,
I saw that on your on one of the
Ooh.
articles I read about you. So let's
Yeah.
go let's go all the way back to when you were 6 years old. You were very determined. That's when your golf career began. Despite having no hands, you you picked up a pair of clubs with your arms and started swinging golf clubs with your arms. How cool is
Yeah.
that? Wow.
So I mean, I was 6 years old, and I didn't know any better. You know, I grew up in New Jersey, but my grandfather lived down here in the Miami area, and I visited him in the summer times. He lived right on a golf course. It was me, my older brother, and him. And you know, my grandfather just kind of handed me a club, and I was so little, and the club was so big compared to me that that's how I naturally held it. I tucked underneath my arm because it was too big, and that's how I was able to swing and let go. I mean, I was 6 years old. I only wanted to drive the golf cart. I didn't really. the golf was the golf was just a bonus. But I played every other sport growing up as a kid. I played baseball, basketball, football. Action sports kind of took over my life for a while when I was in, you know, my teenage years, skateboarding, surfing, snowboarding, everything like that. It wasn't until I turned 16 years old where you know, I was curious about golf again. So me and my uncle designed and built a set of clubs, just extended them longer than average so that I
Oh
could
yeah.
hold it the same way I did when I was 6 years old.
That's
And
right.
that just took over my life.
That's right. In the article I saw late in high school, your uncle built special clubs for you to use, uh, and it just continued from there. And you were heavily involved in other sports like snowboarding. Actually, you see, I'm blind. I can see a little bit, but my best vision's out of my right eye. And
Okay.
despite this, I I ski
Oh,
uh,
nice. That's
by
awesome.
having a guide called turns,
Yeah.
left, right
Oh,
turns. I
wow.
even, I even,
That's impressive.
I even scuba dive, which is a lot of fun. So I'm equally
Wow.
where you are, man. I don't let
Yeah.
my my disabilities are not disabilities. They are more abilities,
Limitations. Yeah,
and
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
I know you can relate to that as well.
For sure. I love to hear it, man. I'm glad you have your hobbies, your passions. That's it's so important to life is to have something you're passionate about. And
Yes,
then no matter what it is, you know, just go for it. Don't let anything get in the way,
That's
and fully
right. That's right.
let it take over your life.
just go. Yes, go for it. And so, uh,
That's
so
right,
give me
man.
give me a rundown of your career. You play have you're a world renowned golfer. Have you ever played like in the British Open, the U.S. Open, or just the U.S. Adapted?
No, so I mean the only like the biggest tournament that I played in was just the US Adaptive Open. That was the biggest tournament that's ever been hosted for adaptive golfers in the US. Um, that was as what you can say a major for adaptive golf. Adaptive golf is still being, you know, it's still early on in its ages. It
Oh
still
yeah.
needs to be more and more finalized. The in 2019, the USGA just established a world ranking system, so we're on the right track, and we're all working, and especially working towards getting golf in the Paralympics in the future. Um, but it's just an ever growing sport right now, and you know, it's my job to get out there and show the world and spread knowledge of adaptive golf, so that, you know, to get people interested in it, to get more and more funding behind it, and grow it, and make it better, bigger and better.
What have been some of your greatest achievements throughout your golf career? Have you received any special awards like all the other world renowned golfers out there?
Um, I would say first off, I think it's pretty remarkable that I have 4 hole-in-ones. I just got my fourth hole-in-one about 3 Mondays ago, so
Oh,
that's
awesome.
pretty wild. That's pretty. I mean,
Ooh,
there's tour players and
really
people
cool.
who golf their entire lives without ever getting a hole-in-one, and I have 4 of them. 2 in which I got on video on my phone, which is the odds of that are remarkable. But I've been blessed to win a couple of events, getting me some world ranking points and stuff like that. Um, I've been, on Golf Channel and a couple of different shows on Golf Channel. I just ended up shooting some stuff yesterday for Golf Channel. It's going to air in a couple weeks. Golf has taken me through so many different avenues, and I've met so many amazing people, such as you guys yourselves, and it's such a rewarding sport.
Oh, thank you.
It is. What you need to do, what you love to do, because it's very rewarding, and you were so blessed to find golf as your forte, your niche, and your hobby. And you should just pursue your dream, pursue your dream.
Yes,
And
sir. So when I moved away from home and I started my journey in this golfing industry, I moved home and I wrote on a board in my living room. I said, you can stay asleep and dream, or you can wake up and chase your dreams.
that's right.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
ever since then, it's just been a nonstop journey of me becoming the person who I think I was born to be.
That's awesome.
That's right.
And yes, Tyler, do you have any
Yeah.
input? What do you have questions for him?
Yeah.
I want to give him the floor for a little bit, because you're the
yeah.
co-host as well.
Oh, of course. I wonder how you ended up with no hands.
Okay.
I know you're
great
born.
question. Yeah.
Was
great
it a
question.
genetic thing?
Basically, I can run through the story real quick. It was basically my mom, she took some tests, some pregnancy tests. They were inconclusive, so she went to the doctors to take some more tests. Doctors actually read her someone else's results and told her she wasn't pregnant. And then they proceeded to prescribe her some medication that would, bring on her cycle a little faster. Turned out they read her the wrong results. She was pregnant with twins. And the medication they prescribed her, killed my twin and then caused what's known as limb reduction to my hands.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
perfectly
so
okay. Perfectly okay though. Like I said, everything happens for a reason. So it made me who I am today, and everything happens for a reason.
It
And
does.
I can only say how amazing it's been of a journey. I can only imagine, as my mother to give birth to me and not know about my hands, and then
I'm on the call.
as a parent, you would worry, if your kid can live a normal life and all that kind of stuff. And of course, I'm sure she worried very, very early on. It's actually funny. One of the very first things my dad said when I was born was, "It's a shame he'll never be able to play golf." So that's kind of ironic.
Good thing you did not listen to that.
And yet you are.
it's and exactly. And now here I am, the best no-handed golfer in the world. But and that's another reason why I do what I do, and I'm blessed to receive so many amazing messages from people who I inspire, about if it's themselves who need the inspiration, or if it's parents of a newborn who were born with some limitations and they're nervous that they're going to be able to live a normal life or not, but then they see my page and they see what I'm doing and it gives them hope. And I can't tell you how good that makes me feel. Yeah.
So why did your dad say or think you wouldn't be able to play golf? Yeah, I guess it was just one of those
born
things.
Without hands. Yeah.
Did he die? What
did you say?
Is he still alive today, or did he die already?
Yeah. No. He's alive. Yeah, my parents are both alive.
Now, what does he think about you now? Like, is he proud? I bet he's really proud of you.
Of course, yeah. He's very proud. He's also a little bit jealous or envious. His email his email address is PGA1TOBE. So it's like he's always dreamed about being a professional golfer, and it's always just been his side hobby. But he's like a host in the casinos, and for me to to make golf my life. And then, I have him caddy for me here and there, and I have my mom caddy for me, my brothers, and all kinds of stuff. They all help me out for different events and stuff like that. So everybody's very proud. It's been quite a journey.
Good deal.
They are proud. They ought to be proud of you. We're very proud of you, and it's been.
Oh,
awesome.
yes, we are.
And you see, that's why we're so glad to have you on here, because we can tell you about ourselves. Me and Tyler, we're best buds. It's
Nice.
about to be 8. It's about to be 8 years since we've known each other.
Oh, that's awesome. There's nothing like having a good best friend, man. I've had the same little group of best friends since first grade.
It's amazing.
There's 4 of us, and it's the best.
Yeah, and we met in college 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And we're both blind. And what's so crazy is we're 2 years difference in age. I'm 29. Tyler, you're 31?
I'm 31.
Yeah, and
31 and a half.
Yes.
I got you guys split. I'm 30. I'm right in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
And we were both born premature, 3 months.
Okay.
And
Wow.
we both have a twin. I have a twin sister. He has a twin brother, and
Nice.
we have a condition what's called retinopathy of prematurity, where our retina is attached due to blood vessel leakage in the eye. And
Wow.
we do have a vision that we have today because we had to have a lot of surgeries as babies.
Okay.
And
Wow.
what's so crazy is I was born in Conroe, Texas, and then Tyler, you were born in Shreveport, Louisiana, right? And but we were life-flighted to Detroit, Michigan, because that's where the best doctor for retinopathy prematurity, was in Detroit. And so because of him, we had a lot of surgeries, and we have a vision that we have today. And check this out. My sister, she had retinopathy prematurity too, but her eyes reversed, meaning her blood vessels didn't leak as much. It didn't cause as much damage.
Okay.
While my eyes and Tyler's eyes, unfortunately, ours kept progressing, and that was a result of our vision loss. But I mean, no, well, even though we're not brothers, biologically we're like
Brother
brothers.
from another mother. Yeah.
Yes, because we say the same things almost at the same time on many occasions, right?
I know.
I have plenty of friends
and here's
who are blind golfers.
My brother.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
My brother, his eyes reversed. My brother's eyes reversed.
Oh,
where
wow.
he wasn't blind anymore. Just like his sister, twin sister. And
Wow,
I have light perception, meaning I have light perception, meaning I can see light and dark.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I can
incredible.
tell if it's sunny. I can tell if it's sunny, cloudy. The light is on or off in the room. I can see that. I just can't see everything else. And who knows? Maybe one day
incredible.
I can get surgery. Man, I would love it if I could look into possibly getting surgery and gaining sight.
I love that.
Man,
I love that, man. I love the optimistic mindset. It gets you so far in life, man. You gotta never lose that.
But if not, of course, we're okay in life,
Of course,
like
yeah.
you said. And
Yeah.
so,
well, I watched. There was a movie. We are okay blind, of course, but yeah.
And so, Brandon, you said there are blind golfers out there. How do they do it if they can't really see where the hole is and all that? How do they do it?
So they have a caddy, or they have someone that lines them up and sets them up and kind of aims them, and then just says, "Yep, go ahead, fire away." And they tell them the distance, they tell them everything, they lay it out for them. And then they set it up and rip it.
That's
it's absolutely incredible to watch. If you guys would ever be interested in it, you could definitely get out there and make it happen. It's incredible.
I would love to watch it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because my
well, there's beep baseball.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah, because my family's heavily into golf, and they love golf. It's great. Especially my grandfather. He's 102 years old. He doesn't play golf anymore because, of
Wow.
course, he's 102. Yeah,
That's incredible.
He's in a wheelchair, but before he had a stroke 6 years ago. Before that, he used to play a lot of golf.
That's awesome. Yeah, golf is obviously it's big in my family as well. So that's the great thing about golf is that you can play with your family, you can play with your friends, you can play with your loved ones, you can play with your kids, play with anybody.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Yeah, yes, you can. Yeah, you can. And so, going forward, Brennan, what are your future goals? What do you hope to accomplish throughout your career in golf?
Definitely want to just continue on this journey that I'm currently on and just keep making it more and more professional, keep getting my message out there to the world on every platform that I can. Showing the world, like I said, firsthand that you can do anything you set your mind on as long as you're willing to work for it and believe. And then obviously a big goal of all of us adaptive golfers is to set golf in the Paralympics, like I mentioned before. So I'll be there for that and just keep doing what I'm doing overall, promoting a positive lifestyle and, enjoying this life on earth that we got here.
That's right.
When life gives you lemons, just keep going.
Make lemonade.
Yeah,
I love me some.
make lemonade.
I love me some lemonade, man.
Yeah, lemonade is so good, especially in the summer.
It sounds like some amazing goals there. Well, of course, we're doing this podcast for a reason. We want to inspire others, and we don't want to just stop here. We want to turn this into a business. Hopefully, make money from this podcast. We have a radio station that's on the air 24/7. It's called Real Variety Radio, and plays all genres of music, and talk, and the podcast is going to be a part of this as well.
Yeah,
and,
it is.
And we hope to make money with this. I mean, we're already doing episode 4. It's awesome that you're here on episode 4, and this will be available everywhere you get podcasts. From Apple Podcast to Spotify to Google Podcast, anywhere. And we are hoping to have this launch within the next 2 weeks. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
All right. That's exciting stuff, man. Awesome.
Yes, so exciting. So exciting. Brandon, any other advice you want to give to our viewers?
It's kind of all ties in with what I was saying before, and it's just I know that there's dark times, and I know you might sit there and ask yourself why why are you put in this situation? Why does it have to be you?
Yep.
And it's just it can be so tough, and it keeps you up every night, and you got to wake up, and the next day it's the same battle. You wake up the next day, and it's the same battle, and it always will be. Exactly. But my suggestion and my advice is just surround yourself with loved ones, surround yourself with things that you love, whether it's food or hobbies or anything you're passionate about, music, anything like that, friendship, people that for a long time, and just don't sweat the little things in life. Don't only ponder on what you don't have. Try to take a step back every once in a while and be grateful for what you do have. And then from there, just try to live a good life.
Exactly.
Amen.
Live a good life. And of course, that's the message. Anybody who is feeling sorry for themselves right now, get off the couch, get off the sofa, quit crying, saying poor me, because you got one life to live. Rise up.
Right.
Keep going.
Sir.
And just live your life. You have a purpose in life.
You do.
If Mr. Canesi can overcome adversity, and we can overcome it, so can all of you. Just keep going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, one more thing I want to do on here. I found a very interesting video. that I like
Yeah.
to show my viewers. I like to show my viewers this video.
Of the world. The Grand Strand is 60 miles of South Carolina coastline extending from Little River to Georgetown. Strand is a German word that means beach, and along this beach there's plenty of fresh fish, water sports, and golf. We start at Pine Lakes Country Club, where golf started in Myrtle Beach in 1927, and it's where the concept of an iconic sports weekly was born in 1954. They call it the Granddaddy.
Yeah, because it was the first golf course.
There's some great ties to not only just the history of golf in Myrtle Beach, but just history in general.
That's the biggest thing. Almost everybody that comes down wants to see where Sports Illustrated started.
This is the first cover,
Yeah.
1954.
This is actually some of the original greens.
Pretty much everybody who comes through Pine Lakes comes through this room,
Yeah.
these rooms, huh?
Yeah.
You got to take a little walk through history. From a Myrtle Beach museum of sorts, I get the chance to see the course and walk in the soft spikes of someone overcoming adversity and playing against all odds. Brandon, you're on quite a journey.
I mean, I've been on the journey since I was born, to be honest with you. I mean, it's just I'm continuing to do what I love. That's play the game of golf. I'm trying to get as good as I can be.
When did you come to the game of golf?
I first started playing when I was a little kid. I was 6 years old. I naturally grabbed my grandfather's club, same size as you got there, and I tucked it underneath my arm, and that's how I swung when I was a kid. I grew out of that size, and then when I turned about 16, we made these in my uncle's basement. They're kind of just glued, and here you go. Go hit it. That'll work. A little low on the face, but it's all right.
So I'm tucking it here.
Yeah, tuck it under your lead arm.
How far underneath there?
I like to put it where it's not going to dig into your rib, and
Yeah.
it's not going to hang past. Like hold on the shaft if you want.
It's all about.
Yep, that's it right there. Oh yeah, that's not bad right there. A little baby draw. I don't think I've ever seen anyone hit my driver that good. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
I
Try to get
might
a
play
par.
out of your bag all day.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is good. Go in the hole. Hole high. Come on, my man.
Oh, hi.
How good is that?
Straight up.
Okay, okay.
Well done.
Oh, this match is all square.
Just over the last. Oh, it's all good. On to the next one.
There was never a point in your life where you felt like you were going to let this determine who you are.
There were times where I thought maybe it was going to get to me. When I started to get older and I was thinking, you know, what's my career path going to be? I played so much golf, and everywhere I went, people were telling me I inspired them. And that's when I came up with the idea of Hole High, you know, to start a foundation. Different strokes for different folks.
That's it. Swing your swing is what
Swing your
Arnold
swing.
Palmer says.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Hold that finish right there. Then I found the Golf Academy of America. Started learning everything I need to know about the game of golf.
I should try another one with yours.
Yeah. Keep that
This
posture.
hurts in here too,
Oh,
by
of
the way.
course, of course. It is airborne.
It is. I gotta say, I hit a better shot like this than I did.
We might be on to something.
Tell me about the hole-in-one now.
I caught a hole-in-one on video, and it just went insanely viral.
Oh my God, guys, that went in. Let's go!
I woke up, you know, the next couple of days, and my phone was just, it would not stop with messages and likes and shares. It got up there with views, like over 2 million in like the first week. Yeah, it was insane. It showed the world, you know, my message, Hole High's message of, you know, overcoming your limitations while promoting a love of the game, and it's been incredible. Yeah, this is puttable right here.
What are your other goals?
Just keep getting out there and show the world, you know, you can do anything you want. And I want to get to the Paralympics. I want to keep competing. Down the road, I want to help teach other adaptive golfers. Close, but no cigar. it's a mental game. There might be physical limitations involved too, and you got to overcome them, but everyone has to overcome the mental limitations of golf. I'll give you that, Matt. You gave me mine.
It's a good win for you, buddy.
Great playing.
Man, I can't thank you enough. You've already inspired a lot of people. Today, you inspired me.
Nice.
Oh, I love that interview.
Indeed. You've inspired so many people.
Thanks, man. I love watching that. It's actually been a while since I've seen that, and I can only it gets me emotional thinking about how much I've done since then. And you know, it's just a never-ending journey, and I'm so blessed to be on it, and it's incredible, man. I'm still just getting started. Yeah. Is the beautiful thing.
The whole high, exactly.
Whole high. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and because of that golf game you played, you had your struggles. You mentioned in that video because of that shot that you made. That video went viral, and your phone just blew up like crazy. Wow. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
That your phone just blew up like, I mean, what you've accomplished is just amazing, and you're not done. Still have more to go, and
just getting started.
You know.
Oh yeah.
We hope to see you at the Olympics.
Yes, sir. I'll be there. I got another thing on the Golf Channel airing in about 3 weeks. It's a show called Swing Expedition. I just shot the video yesterday for it with Chris Como. He's the Golf Digest #2 instructor in America.
Wow.
So look forward to that.
Yeah, definitely. We'll check that out. So I guess if nothing else, any final thoughts you want to give my viewers?
I just want to thank you guys for having me on your show. I want to congratulate you guys on all that you're doing and admire what you guys are doing. Everyone, you know, this world needs more inspiration and needs more guys like you doing what you're doing and just being a positive light, as I try to be. Because we all know, you know, you turn on the news every day and it's nothing but chaos and heck, and it's negative stuff. So just keep being a light. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys having me. Keep doing what you're doing. Let me know if I can do anything to help out you guys.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Yes. And by the way, the podcast is not the only endeavor. Eventually, when we get to it, we'll be writing a book together about our lives, me and Tyler. Right?
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're writing a memoir, and it's inspiring too.
It is.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be awesome.
Well, everybody, give it up for Brandon Canesi.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
We hope you feel renewed, inspired, and encouraged, like you can just carry on and conquer the world.
Please hit the subscribe button on all platforms and tell your friends and family to do the same.
Blessings to all.